So something strange is happening with MS research, and no, this isn't one of those breakthrough headlines that disappears in 6 months. If you've lived with MS for any amount of time, you've been burned by hype before. But funding is up, trials are moving faster, and scientists are asking very different questions than they were 10 years ago. So let's talk about why MS research is suddenly exploding, what's actually real, and what's still absolute nonsense, so you don't waste hope where it doesn't belong. Something strange is happening with MS research. It is moving faster than ever before. You have likely seen headlines like this in the past, only to watch them fade away with little real impact on daily life. But this time feels different. This is not the usual big headline that disappears after a week. This is real, measurable progress happening on multiple fronts at once. In this video, I will explain why this is happening. I will break down the real science from the sensational nonsense. I will keep this conversation calm, clear, and as simple as possible. We might even share a little humor along the way, because sometimes you have to laugh. If you want clear, no-nonsense updates on MS research, tap like so YouTube knows this matters. Hit subscribe and the bell to catch the next videos. Got a question? Drop it in the comments. I read them. All right, back to it. You have heard the promises before. A new diet will reverse all symptoms. A miracle supplement from a far-off land will stop progression in its tracks. A small early-stage study in mice is presented as a definitive cure for humans. It is no wonder that so many people living with MS and their families have developed a thick skin of skepticism. You may feel tired of the emotional roller coaster that comes with every overblown headline. You may not trust the next big announcement, and honestly, that is a perfectly reasonable and healthy response. This fatigue with hype is completely valid. For decades, the fight against MS was a slow, grinding battle. Progress was measured in inches, not miles. The available treatments were limited, often came with significant side effects, and were only partially effective for a portion of the MS population. This slow pace created a vacuum, filled with speculation, misinformation, and sometimes outright predatory claims. This history has taught the MS community a valuable lesson: be wary of anything that sounds too good to be true. My purpose here is not to add to that mountain of hype. I want to validate your skepticism and then show you, with concrete evidence, why the current momentum is built on a much stronger foundation. When I say that MS research is exploding, I am not talking about a sudden singular event. I mean a rapid and sustained increase in discovery and development. This acceleration shows up in 3 key areas: higher volume of clinical trials, faster regulatory approvals, and a shift toward more targeted treatments. That's the real meaning of exploding. There are more clinical trials than ever, investigating new ways to stop inflammation, protect the nervous system, and repair existing damage. Therapies are moving from the laboratory to the pharmacy more quickly through faster review pathways that don't cut safety corners. We're moving away from a sledgehammer approach that broadly suppressed the immune system toward a scalpel, targeted therapy that leaves most of the immune system intact. That precision makes treatments more effective with fewer side effects, improving quality of life. That's the gist of it. One of the simplest and most powerful reasons for the acceleration in MS research is money. For any scientific endeavor to succeed, it needs fuel. In medical research, that fuel is funding. For many years, MS research was chronically underfunded compared to other major diseases. But over the last decade, that has started to change dramatically. A powerful convergence of public investment, private investment, and corporate investment has created a financial ecosystem. This influx of capital is a game changer, turning ideas into tangible experiments. Governments, major institutions, large pharmaceutical companies, innovative biotech firms backed by venture capital, and philanthropy all push together. Patient advocacy groups raise millions through events, donations, and major gifts, seeding early-stage research. Tech companies add strengths in data science and artificial intelligence. Increased funding cascades, more high-tech tools for genetics and cellular analysis, bigger research teams, multi-year clinical trials across dozens of hospitals and thousands of patients. Without this financial foundation, the advances we're about to discuss wouldn't be possible. So yeah, money finally showed up, and that matters. Money is the fuel, but smarter science is the engine driving us forward. we've leapt in our fundamental understanding of MS. We have moved from an era of educated guessing to an era of precision science. For a long time, we observed effects, lesions, and symptoms without fully grasping the chain of biology causing them. Old treatments calmed the entire immune system, like shutting power to the whole building to quiet one noisy neighbor. Now our vision is clearer. Advances in immunology, genetics, and neurobiology let us dissect MS at a molecular level, specific T cells and B cells crossing into the CNS to attack myelin. We can map inflammatory pathways and signaling proteins. This enables highly targeted drugs. We can knock on the specific neighbor's door or intercept the angry messages they send. Think of a scalpel, precise targeting of a rogue immune cell, leaving other healthy cells untouched. This is precision medicine. MRI is far more powerful, detecting subtle brain changes earlier and tracking better. Biomarkers are exploding. Blood tests like neurofilament light chain can show ongoing nerve damage and guide treatment. Better understanding plus better measurement creates a feedback loop. We're not flying blind anymore. Having great ideas and funding means little if testing is slow and inefficient. The traditional model is thorough but slow, expensive, and rigid. A 2005 trial might not end until 2015. This bottleneck delayed effective treatments. Now, adaptive trials can modify as they go based on incoming data. If one dosage works better, more patients can shift to it. If an arm isn't working, it can be dropped early, saving time and money, and it prevents patients from continuing ineffective therapy. EHRs help find eligible patients. Global sites centralize data in real time. Paper gives way to digital. Wearables and apps collect mobility, sleep, and symptom data in real-world settings, richer than a few annual visits. Trials are more inclusive across age, ethnicity, and disease severity, with patient-reported outcomes like quality of life and fatigue counted as primary goals. It's really changing the game. The fourth and final driver is artificial intelligence. Please don't let the term scare you. It's not about sentient robots taking over labs. Think of AI as a powerful, tireless research assistant. It performs tasks at a scale and speed we can't. One of AI's strengths is seeing the forest and the trees. Researchers feed it genetic data, MRI scans, blood results, and de-identify clinical notes from thousands of patients. AI finds subtle patterns, signatures that predict response or progression. It scans massive drug libraries, analyzing structures and effects, predicting which existing drugs might help MS. AI simulates thousands of trial designs and matches the right patients, while monitoring data for safety and efficacy in real time. It reduces timelines and costs, helping researchers get to answers faster. It's a collaborator, not a competitor. This all sounds incredibly positive, and it is. Funding, precision science, smarter trials, and AI are converging. But progress does not mean a cure is waiting just around the corner. Science is incremental. Every step forward has setbacks. It's a statistical certainty that some exciting drugs will fail or be no better than existing ones. Some may reveal side effects that limit long-term use. That's not failure, it's how science learns what doesn't work, guiding the next wave. Faster real science creates more opportunities for misinformation. Your healthy skepticism matters. Ask, who funded it? Is it peer-reviewed? Small or large diverse group? Is the source a major academic center or MS organization? Progress is real, but uneven. Relapsing remitting advances may not apply to progressive MS. Biomarkers can help some, not all. MS is heterogeneous, so solutions will be personalized toolkits, not a single magic bullet. So we arrive at the main point, the big reveal I promised. The simple truth is this: it feels different because it is different. For the first time, we have a self-sustaining cycle, more funding, better science, smarter trials, better data, attracting more funding. This momentum is the single most important change in MS research in 50 years, more important than any single drug, because it promises a continuous stream of new possibilities. What does this mean for you? More options, more choice, and a growing pipeline. If one treatment doesn't work, another is likely available. Doctors can use advanced diagnostics to select the right treatment at the right time. Less trial and error. There are more opportunities to participate, diverse, safer trials, or join registries and donate data that fuel AI research. Your voice and experience matter. For the first time in a long time, MS research isn't crawling, it's moving. If this was helpful, please like and subscribe. And if you're living this every day, you're not behind. Science is finally catching up.